All right. Welcome to Troll's Toys. Figure reviews, toy hunts, unboxing and rankings, unboxing and displays, etc. All right. Welcome to this week's Toy Haul, episode 22. Friday, July 4th, we went back out to one of our favorite stores, Legends Video Games and More, in Granby, Massachusetts, because Chris had let me know that the Bloodline had made their debut, and he had held a Jacob Fatu for me, which is great. I appreciate it. We were definitely wanted this figure in our collection. I normally take all my figures out of the package, but since this is his first time in the line, I believe he's just going to earn a place on my wall. Also coming in from Legends Video Games and More, right? I eyeballed this the past couple of times I've been there and was able to work out a trade deal. So once again, thanks. I appreciate it. Happy to add this to my collection. This is the Street Fighter Street Striker by Hasbro from 1993. It's basically the G.I. Joe Vamp, just retooled for Guile. And this is new in the box. Still got the KB Toys sticker on it. It's, once again, normally open things, but I can't open this. It's just going to earn a place on my shelf with some of my other in-box G.I. Joe vehicles. Even though this is Street Fighter, it's Hasbro 3 3/4. I love it. Still Legends, still July 4th, right? He had a bunch of, somebody traded in a bunch of, or he bought a bunch of AEW wrestlers loose. We picked up a ton last week, but we got some more. I couldn't pass up Dean Ambrose. I know it's John Moxley. To me, he's Dean Ambrose. I don't really watch AEW. With a Lucille-like bat that Negan would have in The Walking Dead. And then Daniel Bryan. Once again, I know Bryan Danielson in AEW, but to me, Daniel Bryan. Right? Happy to add these two to the collection. And I said that Chris had two Owen Harts, and I picked up one last week, and the other one's still there, so had to bring him home. And also, we got Crow Sting. I only have, the only loose Sting I have is like the Defining Moment Sting where he's in the red, white, and blue. We do have some Stings in the pack, but we decided to add this one, trench coat and bat. They had another one, trench coat and bat, but it had the AEW logo on it, and I just thought I could, without the AEW logo, we could display this one wherever we wanted. And our last pickups from Legends. We got Throne Breaker Cody Rhodes. I know this may be sacrilegious to some of you, but I'm stealing, the only reason I got it is I'm stealing its Sledgehammer for my Triple H Ultimate Edition. And then we'll probably see what, I don't know what we're going to do with Cody. We got Ray Phoenix, or Ray Phoenix is how I say it, right? I like this one better than the one that's in my collection, so this is going to replace my Ray Phoenix, and I will trade my Ray Phoenix away. And then we got Orange Cassidy, who I don't watch AEW, so I'm not super familiar with, but I just love the fact that he had the cloth good shirt and jacket and sort of the jeans look and the sunglasses, and $5, couldn't pass him up. Like I said, we did a trade, obviously gave Chris some more of our real money like normal, but always fun to visit that store. Today was a hit and run, had to come back and get some steaks on the grill for the 4th. But that's pickups from Legends Video Games and More, Granby, Massachusetts, on Sunday, July 4th. All right. Continuing this week's toy haul, Friday, July 4th. One of our favorite stores, That's Entertainment, had buy 3, get 1 free of equal or lesser value. So we picked up Royal Rumble Earthquake, because it's got a Build-A-Figure piece from Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart. Red Ninja from G.I. Joe, because you know me and ninjas. And the Iron Patriot, who we thought we could repurpose for our G.I. Joe display and use these extra Thor heads just for whatever figure they'll fit on. So we bought those 3. You couldn't use your trade credit, unfortunately, or I would have. And then we got Hose 'Em Down Donatello from 1991, loose, complete. But we did use our trade credit on the arms and legs for Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart. You sense a trend here. Earthquake has the torso for Jimmy Hart. Here's the arms and legs. And in a bit of irony, I had this figure. I had got the Ultimate Edition. I traded this figure this morning to Legends Video Games and More, but he had the head and the megaphone for Jimmy Hart. I thought I'd never find these because they're all from 2021. or not find them easily. So we use trade credit to get him back. I'm just going to take Jimmy Hart's head and megaphone out, and then we're going to either retrade this guy back to That's Entertainment or sell him on eBay as a new no Build-A-Figure. All right. Continuing this week's toy haul. From Saturday, July 5th, we went to the Tilton and Cook Marketplace, which is basically an indoor flea market in Leominster, Massachusetts, and we picked up these 3 figures from a vendor for $5 each. We got 1990 Hasbro Brutus the Barber Beefcake. We got 1998 WCW Original San Francisco Toy Makers Goldberg. And we got this guy. I have no idea when he's from or what he's from. I just thought he looked pretty badass. So, you know, me and ninja folk. So if anybody knows, put in the comments. I got to do some research, but I don't currently know who this guy is from, but I just thought he was cool. All right, from another vendor from 2007, we got this G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero 25th anniversary comic pack with Duke and Cobra Commander. And then from 2018, we got this Marvel vs. Capcom Black Widow and Ryu 2-pack, and these were 10 bucks a piece. Didn't think that was a bad deal. Couldn't pass them up. And yesterday we stopped at That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts. Take advantage of their buy 3 get 1 free July 4th sale. So today we stopped at the That's Entertainment in Fitchburg to do the same. And we got Hasbro Jake the Snake Roberts, obviously missing Damien. We got Hasbro Jim the Anvil Neidhart. We got vintage Frostbite from G.I. Joe G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. I'm so into classified now that I screwed up. Not sure of his year. I can't read his backside to make it out. But this is the Frostbite from back in the day. And then as our freebie, we picked up Blade Battle Marvel's Hogan. Seems like it should be Shogun instead of Hogan, but whatever. Right? And this is from, when is this from? 2010 by Hasbro. And you know me and samurai folk. I thought this coming with this badass axe that apparently can break apart into these 2 handheld weapons is pretty cool. Not familiar with Hogan, but you know me and random ninjas, random samurai, so I had to pick them up. So that's our pickups from Saturday, July 5th. All right. YouTube, continue with this week's toy haul. Arriving Saturday, July 5th from GameStop, we got the Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So now we got him and Maximum Spider-Man. So as I mentioned, our Spider-Man adventures are done. I do have one Gamerverse Miles Morales. Probably keep him as well. We're going to call it good on Spider-Man. Also from GameStop, we got Deathstorm from McFarlane. Atrocious Build-A-Figure parts. Basically, we just threw him in because he was on markdown. Had atrocious Build-A-Figure parts, and that way we got free shipping. So the way I look at it is he cost me 10 bucks instead of me paying like $7 for shipping, because he was 17, so he just cost me 10 instead, and then we got shipping for free. All right, coming in from one of the outside vendors on Sunday, July 6th, the Rietta Ranch Flea Market. I know I said I was going to take it easy, but you'll see what happened coming up. But we don't have Chucky. Right, this NECA figure normally 35 bucks. And this is Laser Shot Predator. He's like purple, and he's got featuring LED electronic targeting eye. So I don't know what we're gonna do with him. Right, probably maybe flip him, I'm not sure. But anyways, we got these 2 figures and a bunch of DVDs for 40 bucks. That's basically the price of one of these figures at retail stores. Like, I think this Chucky's like 30, 35. From another one of the outside vendors at Rietta Ranch, we picked up Yabba Dabba Doo Fred from the Flintstones movie from 1993 by Mattel, which I've never seen. I just thought he was hilarious for 5 bucks. We're probably going to use him as trade bait somewhere, in all honesty. Main reason we went to Rietta Ranch, though, is because we've met a vendor. Well, we've seen him several times now, but I'm sort of into the Soda Street Fighter figures from 2004 to 2008 at the moment. And he's like, I got a ton. So we have Ken in red that we got from the Emporium last week, but now we have Ken in black and purple variants. I'm not sure which is which. Well, I know which of these colors is which, but I'm not sure what the variants are, because I thought in the game Kin and White was the variant, so I'll have to look these up. Also from that same vendor and from Soda Toys, like I said, 2004 to 2008. I'm not sure on all the years yet, but we got M. Bison. We got Fei Long. We got Cammy and Chun-Li. These are all Soda Toys. We got Jin and Adon. We got Ryu, Evil Ryu, and Bloody Ryu with this, I don't know what's going on here. I'll have to look it up. Like I said, I just think these figures are awesome, appearance-wise. I know Dalsim is from 2008, so we got a couple of variants, and we got the OG. And I gotta admit, he wasn't broken, but I broke his foot trying to adjust it. I used the hair dryer. I just figured maybe because hadn't been posing quite a while, maybe I should have used hot water. I'm a rookie, so we were gonna pose him anyway. We got Zangief, right? Two different variants, and I was told these were broken, and we got sold them at a broken price, basically. This one's arm is forever in this pose, which is fine because he looks badass that way. This one's foot was broken, but then when the vendor was getting him out of the box, his head actually broke off. So yeah, so foot glued, head glued, but once again, we're just gonna have them on the shelf. And like I said, he gave them, I mean, basically gave us these in essence. All right. But our favorite Soda Toy Street Fighter pickup from that vendor was this 2005 glow-in-the-dark Blanca. Right. Comes with alternate heads. He's also got alternate fisted hands. Although I'm probably just going to keep the splayed out hands that are on him. And then he even comes with glow-in-the-dark watermelon, pineapple, and a skull. So he's the only one we got the extra parts for, is this glow-in-the-dark Blanca, but all of these, happy to add to our collection. And yeah, so we're working on Soda Toy Street Fighter now, apparently. And just to reiterate, I'm not sure if I'll keep all those Soda Toy Street Fighters. I might just keep the ones I like best and then try to flip the rest. Right, obviously the Dalsim with the broken foot will be with us for sure. All of them mostly, but maybe a couple of the Ken variants. And then he also, the other reason we were going to see him is because he had Chuck Norris Karate Commandos accessories. So we got the sword for the purple ninja. We got this that goes around the torso of the red Chuck Norris. We got the knife and the sort of throwing star and scythe for the black ninja. And we got the knife for the red ninja. And as a little added bonus, here is our black ninja that we just got these accessories for that we did not have. And I know Chuck Norris Karate Commandos, not a super popular line, not very costly, but I'm happy to get some of them outfitted with their gear. So here's the black ninja, now he's complete. All right, now the super ninja, the purple ninja, is complete with his sword. We're halfway there now on the red ninja because we got his knife. We just don't have that scythe and throwing star. And we can get this on the red Chuck Norris, which we did not have. And we actually got this from that vendor at the Collectibles Extravaganza last week with the orange vested Chuck Norris, but it actually goes with this one. So now we're just missing the sort of the staff that attaches to this red Chuck Norris's back. And when I was like 10 or 12, this is the only one I ever had. And it's a small line. We have all the figures now. We have some of their accessories. We don't have the Karate Kickin' Vet or whatever the hell it's called, but you know, that's fine. So we got our guys outfitted with some gear, right? So I'm happy about that. To add to our Karate Commandos display. Right, so we got complete black and purple ninjas, halfway complete on the red ninja and about halfway complete on the red Chuck Norris. guess technically on the red chuck we're 66% complete because we just need that staff. I would like to say I stand corrected. The purple ninja, I do have one that's complete. So the one, we're still missing a little thing for the second one's foot. And now we got gripper here from Savage, which is from Rambo and the Force of Freedom. And I bought some Rambo accessories, like this goes to Rambo. And this goes to Rambo. I'm not quite sure who this one goes to, but we have it now. Same for this. So we'll have to do some card back research. I know this is for Mad Dog, the whip, who we do not have. And there's a little pistol for someone we do not have. But the reason I was going is because this gun is for Savage Gripper. And I couldn't remember if my Rambo had... I knew he had his gun, but I couldn't remember if I had this knife sheath and knife or not, but I do. So I guess we could always use this on someone else or see what happens. Like I said, I'm not sure who these accessories, all these accessories go to, but I am trying to collect this line, so it's good to get some of the accessories. We do have some of the other characters, and some of them came with some of their accessories. I think some came with most, some came with none. So we'll have to go through and try to match them up. But that's our pickups from Sunday, July 6th. And I know we got a couple items coming from Hasbro Pulse that you'll see later, but that'll probably be it, right? Like I said, trying to take it easier this week and didn't, well, I did, but didn't, you know, Soda Toys, Street Fighters, quite a big haul. We'll have to go through those. Thanks. All right. Continuing this week's toy haul, episode 22. Monday, July 7th, we went to That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts, one of our favorite stores, to see if they got new stuff over the weekend. As always, we took some stuff to trade. I think we're at the bottom of our trade pile. So, but we got $123 in store credit, and we had another $100 that we already had in store credit. So I am all in on Legends in the package, so we picked up Series 9 from 2020, Nikolai Volkov. Series 13 from 2021, Jake the Snake Roberts. And the best part about this was it was just all trade credit. We spent no more actual money, just updated figures that we had for ones that we wanted more. From 2022, we got the Sensational Sherry, Build-A-Figure Kid Dominic Mysterio. But I don't know if she has a Legends figure in Legends packaging, but she's going on my Legends wall for now. I doubt we'll ever find those other figures for Dominic at reasonable prices. And if Sherry does have a Legends figure, we may replace her at some point. But for now, she's my Legends stand-in, Sensational Sherry. And then from 2023, Series 19, we got D'Lo Brown from the Nation of Domination, and we got The Undertaker. And all these will go on our Legends wall. And our last two wrestling figure pickups from That's Entertainment, we got Series 93, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat from 2021. Right, and we got Ruthless Aggression Elite Collection Dave Bautista from 2022. I just love how this Ricky Steamboat, I love his tights. He's probably got, don't get mad at me, but he might come out of the package. I know we all have our own differences. And Bautista definitely will. Bautista is going to replace our Batista, and the fact that he came with a lamp. I don't remember what this is from, but we could use this lamp for a variety of purposes other than with Batista. So I don't remember that story arc. Apologies if some of you are like, no, the lamp must stay with him. Nope, we're going to probably repurpose it for our living room display where we got Alf and Gizmo and Earl Sinclair. And we also got the most unpopular G.I. Joes in history, the movie series Joes. I have all these, right? But they were $8 a piece, and they come in this fancy protective case, and the protective cases are like, I don't know, at least $3 a piece. So in my mind, these guys were $5 a piece. We'll flip them somewhere else. We're going to steal these cases for some of our more expensive G.I. Joes, like number 12, Cobra Trooper, number 22, Viper, the Cobra Island series. Because I see no need to open those because we've got newer versions since then. So we're going to put those into these protective cases, and we'll either flip the movie figures, or like I said, I keep saying I'll try customization, but I keep just getting them on the cheap and flipping them. But we may try some kit bashing with them. And that's pickups from Monday, July 7th from That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts. And our last pickup on Monday, July 7th is we did a trade with someone that we met at the Collectibles Extravaganza this past, or 2 weekends ago now, in Boxborough, Massachusetts. The vendor we bought Ultimate Spider-Man from, he's a collector. I had the McFarlane Build-A-Figure Bane last night on Earth with Scarecrow and Omega. So I traded those and then Scrap Iron with the anti-drone system number 74 from the Classified series for a Maximum series Hulk. So our Hulk adventures are now over because these are supposed to be the best ones, right? So we're going to sell our totally awesome Hulk that we built a figure that we made on eBay. All right, YouTube Trolls Toys back at you. Continuing this week's Toy Haul, episode 22. Monday, July 7th, we went by Savers in Worcester, Massachusetts, and we spotted a goodie bag. $4.49. We had 20% off, so that made it like $3.60. And the reason we picked it up is because it is 1989 Casey Jones. Also in that bag, Killer Croc, Batman Animated Series, 1995. And Transformers Rescue Bots Blades. Don't really care about these two figures. They go like $5-10. Casey Jones is like $15 from what I can tell, but I don't care what he costs. I just wanted him, so we picked him up. And we're mobile because on Tuesday, July 8th, I got the call. Last week we picked up the Hiss Tank, and that guy said, I'm getting the Rattler next week. So we've got the Dragonfly now, the Hiss Tank, and the Rattler all in the past month. I mean, my wallet is killing me, but I'm happy to be caught up on the HasLabs. Thank goodness, because the Snowcat is funding now. So, but I was glad that he did call me like he said he would. I was happy to go pick it up. Price was fair. He did kick in a couple of figures for free that I'd seen. I was like, what is this Predator from? This by Leonard Toys, right? The guys that make the core figures. But I thought I couldn't pass him up. He's just too cool looking. And then 2003 Jack Pacific Eric Bischoff. And I know these aren't high dollar figures, but he did kick them in, which is nice of him. So we're caught up now on HasLabs. Thank goodness. Still got to get Clutch in the Vamp. That'd be like the other big purchase, I think, that we have to keep our eye out for. All right. Continuing this week's toy haul, on Tuesday, July 8th, we were going to see Jurassic World Rebirth. But you know me, I got to go a few minutes early and see if I can score some figs on clearance. So we stopped by the Best Buy in Millbury, Massachusetts, and we're able to pick up NECA, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Rat King, and Mondo Gecko, both for half price at $17.50 each, compared to their normal $35 price tag. And Mondo Gecko and Rat King will stay in our personal collection, but we also found another Casey Jones's Phantom of the Opera. This is Casey Jones's Phantom of the Opera number 7 that we found at a Best Buy on clearance for $12. We kept one, and we have successfully traded 5 and sold the other on eBay. Right, so this will go into the trade fodder or eBay pile. This is a great figure. Don't know why it's on clearance all the time, but it is. All right, continuing pickups from Tuesday, July 8th. You know me in Target Circle Week. Right in March, I went crazy, trying to stay a little bit more focused this time. But they got $10 off of $40 on toys, and then they got stuff on clearance. And then we got a Circle card. So after all the discounts and everything, we got Uncanny X-Men Professor X from the Savage Land for $9.66. And Professor X will obviously keep this Motu Deluxe Snake Face figure. We'll probably trade. He was on clearance as well, a deep clearance, and after all of the Target Circle savings, $5.09 is what we paid for Snake Face. Picked up another copy of Rosie on clearance to use as trade bait because we have this figure already. After all the Target Circle deals and clearances, $5.32. And rounding out our clearance pickups from Target from Tuesday, July 8th, we got 2 copies of this Masters of the Universe original concept art, Hordak and Grizzlor. And after all the Circle discounts and clearances, $6.94. And concluding this week's toy haul on Wednesday, July 9th, because we're not going to have time to do anything tomorrow, nor do we have funds, we got Black Adam, the Rock in action figure form from the Time Capsule in Seekonk, Massachusetts for 13 bucks, not 15. And then we stopped by the Target in Seekonk, Massachusetts and exercised one more $10 off of 40 Target Circle clearance deal. So we picked up the Mega Fig Swamp Thing by DC, McFarlane Toys, which after the, it was already on clearance for $20.74, and then after the Circle deal discount and our Target discount, Circle member discount, $15.70. We also picked up Skateboard Mikey, who will obviously stay with us just like the Swamp Thing, $7.86 after all the Circle deals, because he was just regular price, like 10 bucks to start with. And then our last clearance pickup, just because I love this artwork. I think this thing was normally $20 regular price. They had it clearance down to 10 after the Circle deals and discounts, $7.56. And that concludes episode 22 of this week's toy haul. As always, we truly appreciate you watching our videos, and we'll see you soon. Thanks.